Jeez.
I remember
Tom Brady at Kentucky Derby. Trending.
I remember.
Wow.
I remember.
Can we get
Alan,
his dad on to talk about it?
True story though. I remember when I got a phone call from the New England Patriots and the organization, and people working within the organization.
Keyshawn, this is Tom.
No, they wanted me to reach out to Tom. This was at a time where I had just left New York. They went from New York to Boston, and they won. And they started. Tom Brady hadn't even really been birthed yet. He was just Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And they saw it coming, and they wanted me to teach him or give him some information on how to handle certain situations.
This needed to be a reality show.
No, real talk.
No, this would have been the best
No, real
reality
talk.
show on
I
TV.
need this reenacted
Real
like in a
talk.
cartoon style.
Hey, Tom.
Real talk.
We're bringing in Keyshawn Johnson.
To help
He's
you
going to give you the
understand
tutorial of
of
how it is to
navigating
be.
the media
the
and everything.
fame.
Well, for about the first couple of years, it worked out. And then all of a sudden, I can't get him on the phone now.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Well,
Isn't
Tom
that weird?
kinda-
You help a guy get somewhere,
kinda went
and he
past.
forgets about you. 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Keyshawn, J. Will, Zubin, presented by Progressive Insurance. All guests join us on the Goodyear Hotline. Speaking of which, on the Goodyear Hotline at 9 o'clock hour, which is why you got to stay with us, Jimmy Garoppolo going to join us. So look forward to that conversation. A lot
Jimmy
going
G.
on with his job and obviously his team as well.
Hey, Jimmy.
So plenty to get to there. But how about this as a topic? We want to get your input on this. Tom Brady says he would give up 2 Super Bowl rings.
Just 2?
Oh, he still has 5
point.
more.
Wait, but look.
He's fine.
Just to
two?
get that perfect season that the Giants took from him and the Patriots, he would give up 2 to get that 1. So the question we're asking is, what would you give up for your team to win a championship, Keyshawn?
I would.
Now, you have obviously a Super Bowl
but
ring,
but prior to getting my Super Bowl championship, if you came to me in 1996 and you said you could either be the number 1 overall pick, or you could take that USA Today article and be 13th to the Chicago Bears, but if you would be 1 or 20 to the Jets, but at 20 you can win a championship in New York in your first 4 years, I'd take 20 rather than 1. Because I think
because you got your ring, so what's the difference?
not even. Let's forget about me going to
All right,
Tampa.
all right.
Just coming to me in 96 and saying you could be the number 1 overall pick or the 20th pick. But being the 20th pick, here's what comes with it. You'll make money, but you'll win a Super Bowl in New York. Would you take that? Absolutely. It wouldn't even if there was such a thing of rewinding the clock and taking me back to then and putting me on the field and saying right now we're going to go to the Super Bowl in the next 4 years.
You
guaranteed.
beat Denver, you go on to the Super
Absolutely.
Bowl and win that year. Like that's
Absolutely.
you take that instead of being number 1 overall and having that on your resume.
100%.
Now again, you already have a ring.
No,
so,
don't
but
worry
what's-
about that.
Well, no, it's just the point is it's different if you've never for me, I've never seen the Knicks win a championship, right? I've seen
I've never seen
my
it.
other favorite teams win.
But
so
I was brought to New York to help win a championship. And we were headed in that direction, but they never let me finish the job. They never allowed me
Mike
to finish
Tannenbaum.
the job. Well, Tannenbaum was
It's Tannenbaum.
he
Let's
was
bring him on to discuss
No,
that.
Mike worked in the front office at the time. He wasn't the decision maker. The decision makers were like Woody Johnson and Bill Parcells, and Bill made a decision to move on from me because of the value, and he was stepping down anyway, and he was getting ready to go and coach another team somewhere
clearly.
that I happened to go to, but that's a whole other conversation. But yes, that's what I would do, Alan. I certainly would.
Wow.
Yeah, I would exchange the number 1 overall pick in New York City to win a Super Bowl and be the 20th pick in New York City.
I can't even fathom that, but that is something from a Jets perspective, Jets fan perspective that I appreciate because I would never think that you would say that.
Just keep
Well,
you guys.
of course,
Just keep you guys on a 2-shot. You guys
No.
just go ahead and live in.
No,
Because
Jay.
Alan's getting all glossy eyed. Look at Alan.
He ready to cry.
Alan's like, you're my dad. You're gonna bring us a championship.
No, but of course you, as a fan, based on my reputation and who I am or what I was or whatever the case you wanted
Just
to be.
give me the damn ball.
You would think that, though. You would think I would prefer to be the number 1 overall pick opposed to winning a championship and being 20.
No, I don't
because
think
they
that.
poisoned your mind.
No,
Yes,
it's not
don't-
that.
no.
Okay, can I speak for myself now
Yes,
after
you can.
you've spoken
You're allowed
for
to.
me? Thank you, Your Honor. I think what I mean by this is because you later, and I know you say forget that, but I can't because in your career you have a championship. So for you, you got your championship, your first round, you got number 1 pick, and you got your championship. So I feel like for you to give that back to win one in New York for the Jets, that speaks volumes about what that meant to you to be in New York
Key, let me jump in for 1 second.
and have that opportunity.
Because I got one in college, obviously not one on the pro level. It's not just about winning a championship, though. It's how you win a championship. And I know this is
But what about
people may not understand because it's rarefied air with only people that have won championships at a high level. I think a championship is a championship, but what a championship could have been in New York for him, I see that drastically different than a championship in Tampa Bay for him.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh, no, there's no question it's different, but because I was drafted by the Jets, and
That's
like
what
I
I'm
said,
saying.
I didn't get a chance to finish the deal.
I get it.
You got to remember, when I was here, we had just started to really cook.
Mm-hmm.
We were almost cursed. We were a really good team, man. Like they screwed that up.
99,
They
98
got
season.
they got cute, you know. Instead of figuring it out, they got cute. They never came to me.
Well, Bill Belichick is really what happened.
Well, no, Bill
Him
stepped
not
down.
wanting to be the HC of the
But-
NYJ
but
because there
Bill-
were ownership issues.
But there was no ownership issues.
Well, there was an in between going
The
on with the
owner
ownership,
passed away, and
Right.
the late Leon Hess.
and they didn't have one in place, and
Woody
that's why he
Johnson
wasn't
was
comfortable.
getting ready to be the owner, like within a day. Like, just sit tight. But even forget
All right.
Belichick.
All right.
Because what you getting ready to do, you're getting ready to think about the 9 championships you would have had if Belichick was the coach.
Yes.
We could have had Tom Brady. I get all that. I get that. Yeah, that's your thought. Instead of Zach Wilson, Tom Brady would still be our quarterback. I understand. That's the Jet way of
And
thinking.
you'd be in the Ring of Honor. Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I understand that. But if Bill never steps down, we still rolling. But once Bill hit the trigger, Parcells, and stepping down,
Trickle-down
it
effect.
Yeah.
completely screwed everything up. You got to think that year. I left, Belichick left. I mean, it just became everybody was fending for themselves.
Yeah, no, look, but again, I appreciate that thought. I really do. And Jay, obviously, we'll get to yours, and everybody else is
At
at
some
888.
point. I'm
Say
just-
ESPN.
Don't worry.
Well, no, I want to give you each enough time to discuss it because I'm
good,
sure yours
man.
is a pretty good one as well. 888 say
you have to give
ESPN,
the money
888-729-3776 of what you would give to see your team win a championship. We'll discuss that.
I'll give the money back that I
Keisha-
got from Duke.
Offshore account never existed.
Oh, man. Keyshawn loved the younglings that the Cowboys drafted, but can they lead a rebellion all the way to the Super Bowl? Yeah, we're going to do that today. That's after Keyshawn or Jay
Jay.
has this
Which one is it, Alan?
from Goodyear. I'll let the force decide.